So there's an Amazon KDP niche that seems to work for everyone who goes into it, and every single one of them are using the same strategy, and they're all making a ton of money. So in this video, I'm going to show you what this niche is and the strategies to use so you can also make money with this. So what is this miracle niche that seems like everyone is succeeding in? Well, that is the guided journal or the fill in the blank gift type book where you give it to your parent to fill it out, or you fill it out for them, right? So we have this book right here, What I Love About You, Dad. 30 Things I Love About You and the Reasons Why I Love You, right? So this is one of those books where you fill it out and you give it to the dad, which is kind of nice. It's like a gift book. Now, this is a spin-off of this one, the #1 bestseller. In last Q4, we have Dad, I Want to Hear Your Story. So this one, you actually give to your dad and your dad fills it out, right? So it's kind of different than this one. Now, this one over here is literally #4 BSR, making $6,400 to $29,000 every single day. Just blows my mind, but it's obviously working extremely well, right? We have another version, someone who've seen the success of this book came in with their version. Hey, Dad, tell me something I don't know. 12 reviews and doing $695 to $988. And obviously we have this first one over here. So this is once again a little variation of this where you fill it out yourself and you give it to the dad. So there are a lot of spin-off variations of this. This is doing $82 to $99, so a couple $1,000s a month, but their entire brand actually makes a crap ton of money. So if I look at Katie Spy over here, across their entire portfolio of books, they are doing $135,000 just from paperback, $60,000 from hardcover, and a little bit extra from audio, Kindle, Spiralbound. So their bestseller is actually this one, Tell Me Your Life Story, Dad. So this is actually pretty much the same as this one. You just give it to the dad, dad fills it up, compared to this one where you fill it up and then you give it to your dad. So I guess that's the angle that works the most, and it's crushing it with just 12 reviews. And not only are they making around $200,000 in revenue from Amazon, they're also doing an additional $100,000 from TikTok Shop. And this is what I mean is that all the different pen name, different brands that are going into this niche, they're all doing the same thing. They're publishing the same type of books and they're doing the same strategy of social media marketing and TikTok Shop. And they're all succeeding like crazy. So this is why modeling success is super important, because you can literally see someone else doing something, being very successful at it, learn from that, and then apply it to your business, and you can also be successful. People put too much emphasis on being unique and trying to be different. That's cool. You can be proud of the fact that you're not copying other people and doing things yourself. But honestly, in my opinion, that's just empty pride. Like you're proud for no reason. You know, if you can learn something from someone else, why not do it? Like, I'm not saying that you want to rip off your competitors and just copy every single thing, but you can learn the aspects of things that makes them successful and apply it to your business and make your own version of it, just like how these guys did, right? So we should definitely all do that. Okay, so this brand is doing close to $300,000 a month in revenue, which is insane. And if you look inside, the book itself is very simple, right? So we have my details like the name, date of birth, place of birth, you know, simple stuff. You can attach your baby photo here, which is cool. And then we have the time capsule and cut and attach a newspaper masthead from today. I don't know what masthead is, but basically you can attach a newspaper. A couple things that you can engage with the book. Very clever. How do you get ideas for something like this? You can just buy other books in the same niche, you know, get ideas, inspiration from it. You can obviously use AI, ask it to, you know, give you ideas on what to put for these kind of books. But yeah, many interesting ways to stand out and be different and not just rip off these books. But what we want to focus more on is the marketing side of things, right? How are they marketing the books to make this much money? Okay, so they do have a website. A lot of people see a clean, nice looking website like this and think, you know, they make a lot of money. But unless you check how much traffic they're getting on this website, you don't know if they're making a ton of money or they're making nothing. Well, the good news is I actually have a tool called Uber Suggest that tells me how many traffic this website is getting. Okay, so this website right here, this site is only getting a couple hundred visits per month. That is pretty much nothing. Okay, couple hundred visits, maybe they're making a couple sales a month. So they're not making much from the website. And that is why I don't recommend you to create a website as well, because I think for 99% of the people, it's a waste of time, which you can tell right here. It's a waste of time because look at this. It's all sold out. It's sold out, not because it actually sold a lot. The person behind this just put sold out because he don't want to fulfill it from the website, because it's like a lot of work keeping this website up with very, very little sales. It's just not worth it. So he's just putting the sold out mark so nobody buys from the website. I'm like 99% confident that's what's happening here. So in conclusion, website I really think is a waste of time, especially if you're just getting started. Don't do it. What about Instagram? Well, they only have one post, not a lot of followers, so it's not generating pretty much anything. What about YouTube? They do have a channel, but they have no content, so it's doing nothing. What about Facebook pages? Well, Facebook page, once again, no post. Facebook page is like the least effective, so you definitely don't need it. You definitely don't have to do it, as you can see here. What works the most by far in terms of social media marketing is TikTok. Okay, so they have 7,000 followers, which is nothing crazy. And they actually only have a couple videos here. They have 10 videos. That is it. And each video don't get a lot of views, except we have 2 here that did really well, which is question to ask your mom before it's too late and questions to ask your dad before it's too late. We have basically a very simple carousel style video. You can create this on Canva easily, and then it goes into a pitch of the book, which is really well made. Simple, well made, completely no face, and they did a good job here. But it's only 10 videos. Like, it's not gonna generate a ton of sales to where you're making $300,000 a month, right? 10 videos aren't gonna do it. So how are they making that much money with basically website not doing anything, right? Instagram not doing anything, YouTube, Facebook page not doing anything, TikTok doing very little? Well, the secret, as I discussed in a couple of my old videos, is TikTok Shop. So this is where it gets crazy. So I have a software called Calidata. So Calidata allows me to look at this brand and their numbers and stats behind it. If you guys want to check out Calidata, the link is in the description, but this is where the advanced strategies happen. So, this is where it gets crazy. So they did $103,000 in revenue in the past 30 days. Now, out of that, only $9,000 is how much they generated on their own, which is still really good if you think about it. That's like $300 a day in sales from this page. I think this is the page. So that is still really good. However, $91,000 came from affiliates, other people posting content for them. They have 319 active affiliates, 319 people making content for you. Insane. And then they have 1,200 videos posted by affiliates in the last 30 days. That is a rate of 40 new videos per day about this book someone else is posting for you. Imagine if I had 40 videos about me that other people are posting. That'll make my life so much easier. Like, I'm over here posting videos on YouTube. If I had 40 other people posting videos for me, I'm not gonna be making YouTube videos myself. I don't have to work, right? Because they're doing the work for me. So that is what's insane about TikTok Shop, is that you can literally get other people to promote you. And it seems like this brand is super smart, because there are other brands that I've seen where they're focused on producing content on their own page and they're not focused on recruiting affiliates, when recruiting affiliates is the whole game of TikTok Shop, right? So you want to focus on that, because again, look at this, guys. 10 videos on their own page, barely doing anything. And yet they made 100K from TikTok Shop, 200K on Amazon. I'm sure they're running Amazon ads too. Another crazy fact about this is the affiliates are doing crazy work, posting 40 videos per day and made a lot of money. But a lot of people who watch those videos, they don't buy directly on TikTok. They're like, I'd rather buy on Amazon. So they look up the book on Amazon and buy from here, which means you're making affiliates do all the work, right? Making content for you, posting 40 times a day. And yet, if somebody chooses to buy the book on Amazon, you don't have to pay them anything, because these viewers didn't buy from TikTok. They bought it on Amazon, which is why affiliate marketing for the company side, literally no loss, right? I promote a couple different softwares like Calidata as an example. I'm an affiliate. If you guys don't use my link, even though I mentioned it, even though you became aware of Calidata because of this video, if you don't click on the link in the description, Calidata will keep 100% of the sale and they don't have to pay me. That is exactly what is happening here. You're making so much spillover sales because of all the affiliates making videos, and yet you don't have to pay them. It's just insane, guys. By the way, please use my link in the description for Calidata. You actually get it cheaper than if you do not use a link. It's actually cheaper using my link. So, unless you really hate me, there's really no reason not to use it. But if you don't want to use it, that's fine too. So that is really the core strategy of TikTok Shop. Is the only reason why you do TikTok Shop is so that you can recruit affiliates. Like that's the only reason why. If you're not doing affiliates, like it doesn't make sense to do TikTok Shop because now you have to do customer service. Now you have to do shipping. You have to do fulfillment yourself. Like Amazon KDP was handling all that for you. And now you're like, no, I want to pay more money, put in more time to do this myself. So if you're not going to do affiliates, it doesn't make sense. It's just more work for you. But the whole reason why you say yes to TikTok Shop is because you can get 1,200 new videos posted for you without you doing anything. That's the whole point of this. And these are the top affiliates. These are how much they made. So this is the seller, a weird name. You know, it doesn't seem like this is a person. It's like a brand. Who's good at online marketing or something, creating this brand? Yeah. I think this is a self-publisher, like a no-face publisher doing this as a business. So that's them. And then these are the top affiliates making 23,000, 10,000, and a bunch. Oh my God, guys, they got 59 pages of this. It's just so many affiliates. These are the top books that sold on TikTok Shop. So the number one book is this one, What I Love About You. Basically, this is a book for couples. You know, this niche right here, a guided journal that your dad or your mom fills in, that's one, but not a lot of people are doing this, right? A guided journal for your significant other. So there's actually a lot of space to compete in for this one, if you guys want to test it out. And then obviously we have the dad book, the mom book. And the main thing I want to show you are the videos. So which video performed the best? So we have this video, 11 seconds long, produced $8,000 in revenue. And it's literally this guy filming himself journaling with a text, not talking, not doing much, right? 11 seconds. And that is the entire video. And this generated $8,000. Insane. The second one is this one. So if you've seen my other video on another brand that's in the same niche, it's the same thing. Like watch this video or do this before your father passes away. So that's a hook. And then it goes into the actual showcase of the book. And then the call to action to buy the book. Very simple format. It seems to work every single time. So if you're in the same niche, you should definitely do this. And then this one, same thing. Questions before she's gone. So you're always using like the death of, you know, your family member or significant other or this and that. Death of the person as like a hook, you know, scarcity hook to get people to keep watching the video. And then it goes into the actual content, right, of the book. And then a call to action. That's the formula that is working. All of you watching this can definitely apply this if you're in the same niche or even if you're in a different niche. You can get creative and think of different ways to apply this. So to summarize the steps, step number one, create a good book, in this case, a high quality journal that you can start marketing. If you don't know how to make this book yourself, then you can also outsource to someone who can make it for you. Like this gig right here will create these books for you, okay? And it's not that expensive considering that you can make 300K a month. I'm not saying you can, like I'm not guaranteeing anything. Of course, hopefully people have the common sense to know that. I'm just saying the potential is there. But there are a lot of books that he designed similar to this niche. So just contact him and it's probably going to be like 100, 200 bucks. I'm not sure how much it's going to be, but talk to him and see where it goes. I've worked with him in the past and he did a good job. So I'll leave a link to this gig in the description if you want to check it out. Step two, once you have a book, obviously start posting on your own page and see what kind of videos perform well. And then step three, once you have a video that performs well and you're making money from this, you can go into TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is actually free to open, but you're gonna have to pay a little bit of money to order inventory. Because now it's not a print on demand. You have to order, 50, 100 copies of your book. So once you sell on TikTok Shop, you have to ship it out immediately. And I can make a separate video on how all of this works. But essentially, you have to do all of this, or you can work with a manufacturer and somebody else can do this for you, which I know a company. Once again, I can make a separate video on this. But that is how it works. And then the final step, obviously, is that you start reaching out to affiliates. How do you find affiliates? Calidata, once again, right? With Calidata, you can go and find similar products to yours and you can find their TikTok page, Instagram page, DM them and start talking to them and say, hey, do you want to promote my books, right? So that is how it works. If you want a step-by-step tutorial on how to do all of this, I am creating new lessons for my course, which is the Road to Hero program. It's not just a course, it's a coaching hybrid offer. So you get one-on-one coaching calls, group coaching calls, Facebook group, all of that. If you want to learn more, it's the first link in the description. So if you enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.